Scott was Jesus to me. I did not know it initially, but he picked me to disciple, and we had this special chemistry. So he took me to his Young Life Club, and I watched him. I watched his confidence, and more than anything else, I wanted that confidence, because a boy with no confidence just stumbles through life feeling like a mistake. And I was that boy, just stumbling through life, and I saw Scott, and I just longed for his confidence. And he taught me how to lead people to Christ. He said, when you meet someone, the first thing you do is you memorize their name. You're not going to lead anybody to Christ if you don't memorize their name. And he said, people say, I can't memorize names. He goes, that's not true. They don't know how to do it. You shake someone's hand, don't let go of their hand until you say their name correctly. Because most people, when they're meeting someone, they're more worried about the impression they're making on that person, and they forget the impression that person's making on them. He goes, you don't do that. You hold their hand, say their name correctly, and you associate some feature of that person with their name. And he said, then when you get back to your car, you take out your little spiral notebook, and then you write down their name, and you write down the date, and then you write down that feature that you associated with them. And then before you go to bed that night, you pray for them to come to know the Lord. And he says, when you get up in the morning, you read their name again, think back what they look like that day, and then you pray for them again. And you keep praying for them every day. And then the next time you see them at school or wherever you are, you call out their name again, ask them how they're doing. So he taught me how to do that. And you know what? It works. I met a little girl. I became a Young Life leader like Scott. And I met a little sophomore girl, a little blonde, cute little girl. Name was Sally. And I didn't see her for 3 weeks. I met her at lunch at school and didn't see her for 3 weeks. And it's a Friday night. I'm at the football game. I'm setting up with a bunch of students. And I see her walking up the stairs way down there. And I go, hey, Sally, how you doing? And she looks up at me, and her eyes just brighten. And she can't think of my name. She knows I'm important because I'm at the school all the time. And she knows I'm got some kind of religious function. But she can't remember my name. But her eyes are just filled with light because somebody important remembered their name. I can't tell you how many times a kid at one of our Young Life camps said, I first became interested in Christ when you remembered my name. Learning a person's name, leading them to Christ starts with memorizing their name. Then the guys lead guys to Christ, the girls lead girls to Christ. And so you got to find something for the friendship to be about. Because guys, we just don't go, hey, let's have some coffee and look into each other's eyes and tell our stories. We don't do that, do we? No, we want to go shooting or playing some kind of sport or something like that. So Scott says you got to have this activity that you share together. And in the course of that, you're going to become better and better friends. And you build this bridge of friendship. And then you take the gospel across it. Jesus died on the cross for you. And if you trust him to forgive you and give you a new life, he'll come into your heart and never leave. And he says, and then whether they accept the gospel or not, they're your friends for as long as you're in their life. Because that's how you lead someone to the Lord. He taught me that life with God is to be enjoyed, not endured. And it was always a blast being with him.